Good morning, YouTube. My name is Dr. Stephen Hume. I'm a chiropractor based in Reading, and the title of this video is Do Something Today That Your Future Self Will Thank You For. That is a quote by Sean Flannery, and it's a quote that I have lived by for quite some time now, and every single day I try to do things that will benefit me in the future. And so not just trying to live in the present, but also living in the future. Let me give you an example. For the last 2 months, I've been trying to grow this grass. And it wasn't in a great state to start with. It's very lumpy. There's a lot of weeds, a lot of moss. But over the last 2 months, I have been putting moss killer on. I've been putting weed killer on the lawn. I have been mowing it. I'm putting down seeds and letting that grow. And all those things that I'm doing there in the present have no benefit or advantage. It only had an advantage when I now look back in 2 months and think, yes, that looks a lot better. And a lot of the times we don't see the progress straight away. We see the progress in the future, and that in itself makes it harder for us to do those things that we don't see immediate progress, because one of the biggest motivators is progress. And if you're not seeing progress quick enough, sometimes we lose motivation and then we quit. And so we have to have a lot of trust that what we're doing is actually going to benefit us in the future. And this can be applied in every aspect of life. This can be applied in finances, in relationships. You do small things within relationships every day that you don't necessarily see immediate results. The same thing if you're trying to build wealth, or if you're trying to build a business. For the first couple of years of any business, it's quite often doesn't reap much profit. And I listened to a video of Jeff Bezos of Amazon, CEO of Amazon, and he said that he never focuses on the quarter that he's in of the year. So he doesn't necessarily have much input of the current quarter. He's focusing on the next quarter, or the quarter after that even. He's focusing on the future because he's a CEO, he's the leader, and as leaders do, they got to have a growth mindset. Otherwise, the company won't grow. And as we can see with Amazon, it's now one of the biggest companies in the world, and that's because he's living by that quote, that he's doing things now that his future self is going to thank him for. And this can be applied to health. You're probably wondering there, when is he going to relate this to health? Well, here we go. With health, so with any aspect of health, there's lots of things. In fact, there's probably most things we have to do now to benefit our health into the future. So whether that's eating healthy, eating an apple today, you're not going to see much difference apart from the immediate reward you might get in the taste. But particularly if you're eating foods that you don't necessarily like the taste of, but you're doing it because you know it's healthy, so you're avoiding sugary food, which can give you that immediate pleasure. It's not going to be the most motivating thing. However, you give it a few weeks or a few months, you see how you got more energy, you don't have as much weight gain, you're going to feel great. And so you have to trust in that process. But once you see that, then you'll be motivated to then continue that, and then you'll be in this good loop. Taking another example with something that I see every day in terms of chiropractic, it's much easier for people to prevent back pain than for us to fix back pain. For us to fix back pain, sometimes that can take a number of weeks or even months, depending on the severity. For you to prevent back pain, you only have to do small things every day, and that's for example, avoiding bad positions, so avoiding bad posture, avoiding traumas throughout the day. It might be doing exercise such as walking. Walking is a really great preventative for low back pain. It could be doing mobilizing exercises to keep the joints moving, and it could be doing strengthening exercises to keep the spine and the core strong. But by doing those things, you don't always see the reward straight away, particularly if you don't enjoy doing that thing. If you like walking, then you're in luck, because you're going to enjoy it in the moment and you're also going to reap the benefits in later on. But there's a lot of exercises particularly that can be a little bit laborious and boring, can take a bit of time, and you don't always see the improvements straight away, but you will see it in a few weeks. And sometimes you don't see any improvements because, for example, if you don't have any pain and then you suddenly and then you start doing preventative back pain exercises such as mobilizing, like a cat camel, or you do a bird dog, such as to strengthen the muscles, then you don't have back pain to start with. You start doing those exercises, you still don't have back pain in a few months, but the likelihood is, by you doing those exercises, you prevented issues into the future, issues that you never even knew about. And so you can very easily lose motivation there, and that's why most people don't come to us for prevention. Most people come to us when they're motivated enough to get themselves out of pain. So that's a quote that I really love, and it applies to every aspect of life. And yeah, just so true, particularly in health. And if you can live by that in every area of your life, you'll see growth within your life. So just thought I wanted to share that today. A little bit slightly different video in my garden. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. If you've got through to this point, then I'm sure you've enjoyed this content, so please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well so you know when my videos are coming out. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the sun, enjoy your summer. Summer has finally arrived, which is very exciting, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.